I've just come back from the cinema from seeing Oppenheimer. Not Barbie yet, but Oppenheimer was very good. The noise was a bit loud, but the actual show was very good, and even the extraordinary editing was very watchable if it took me a few moments, because I'm a bear of little brain anyway. So when I'm thinking about mistakes, and I'm going to talk about mistakes in a minute, I suppose I'm thinking about Jennifer Lawrence falling on the stairs on the way to collect her Oscar, or Warren Beatty reading out the wrong name because he'd been given the wrong card, and La La Land and Moonlight getting confused. Moonlight becomes you, it goes with your hair. Well, clearly not. And so when it comes to mistakes and Ulez. So the problem really is that Keir Starmer is keyed into a script and doesn't seem able to respond to questions. There's an extraordinary interview with him on the morning of the by-election, and the results have come out, and the Labour Party has lost Uxbridge and Ruislip by a whisker, really, because of Ulez. There's no other reason. He says, we all need to reflect. And the interviewer says, well, what do you mean by that? Do you mean scrap it or postpone it? And he says, no, we need to reflect. What does it mean? What does reflect mean? Because clearly the reason that Danny Beales, I think it was, lost the gift of Uxbridge and Ruislip was because of Sadiq Khan's ridiculous Ulez scheme. So unless Sadiq Khan is determined to scupper the next election for Keir Starmer so that he can squeeze in and take the crown of the leader of the opposition and give us a few more years of Suella Braverman, I don't quite know what he's supposed to be doing, because this is like sabotage, isn't it? It is sabotage. It's Sadiq Khan's sabotage with the Ulez scheme. The Ulez scheme is almost as absurd as the Rwanda scheme. These are absurd systems, and the Ulez scheme fails, I would say, in the same way that Just Stop Oil activity fails. I don't object to the idea of Ulez. I don't object to the idea of Just Stop Oil. What I object to is the machinery of the way it's carried out, because it's alienating. And in the 21st century, we have so many tools to harness and excite an audience, and that is what we're doing. Because most of the people who are casting their ballot in an election are not thinking very carefully about what they're doing. They are audience. They want to be entertained and informed, and they want to be told that they have thought. But I don't think they want that much thought. They certainly they want it's a show business thing, and the right is significantly better at show business than the left. And I fear that the alt-right showbiz stars, if they actually deigned to go back into politics, would be significantly more of a pull than many of the left of centre politicians who are standing for Labour. What Labour needs at this moment is a clearer message. What it's got is a confusion, and the election is there on a plate. It could be scuppered quite literally by the person with the clearest message. I'm afraid in Uxbridge and Ruislip, the clearest message was the negative one proposed by Sadiq Khan's Ulez scheme. So if your message doesn't ring with the voters, it doesn't matter how effective your intention may be, what your intention may be. The message is useless, and you will lose votes. And that election, Danny Beales should have won. Everything suggested he should have won. He lost because of Sadiq Khan. He lost. Really, you have to imagine Sadiq Khan as the silly youth running around the place, tapping nails into people's tyres. That is effectively what he has done. He has sabotaged the Labour win by some sort of ridiculous scheme that has been ill thought out and that is unpopular. Ulez has to go if the Labour Party is to win in central London. Now, maybe it thinks it will win elsewhere. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. But Ulez is going to ensure that a lot of London is kept blue.